Hi viewers, this is Sri Ramalu. So today's topic is from magnetostatics. So there are the definitions are there only definitions in this PPT. So first, magnetic shell. What is a magnetic shell? A magnetic shell is a thin sheet. So it is very thin sheet of magnetic material of a uniform thickness magnetized in such a way that the direction of magnetization is everywhere perpendicular to the surface of the sheet. So here it is a thin sheet, okay, thin sheet of magnetic material. So it is a belongs to magnetic material, okay, uniform thickness. So everywhere its thickness is same. So thickness is not different at different places. So its thickness is uniform, means same everywhere, okay, magnetized in such a way that. So what we have to do, so it is a just normal material, it is a normal material, but it is belongs to the magnetic material, means it can easily magnetize. Such a material we have to take. After taking, make it magnetic material. So making magnetic material is called magnetized, okay, magnetizing. So we have to magnetize it, means so it is a normal material, we have to magnetize, means it is now we have to make it as a magnetic material. For this what we have to do, we have to keep this material in the presence of electromagnets, okay. So when we keep it in the presence of electromagnet, then what happens, it acquires, means it get magnetism. And its magnetic field, how you know, its magnetic field is perpendicular to its face, okay. So perpendicular to its face means, see here this side the diagram is given. So let it is the front side and that is the back side. So front side is the north pole, back side is the south pole. So magnetic field, see, to its surface normal perpendicular to its surface. So that device or material, what you call, we call it is a magnetic shell, okay. Like this we have to say magnetic shell. So magnetic shell means like a paper, it is a thin like a paper, okay, or take a sheet like a paper and make it magnetizing material. So make it a magnetic material. After making, if we observe, north pole can be formed one side and south pole can be found other side. Then what happens, magnetic field must be perpendicular to this surface, okay, magnetic field must be perpendicular to this surface. Such a material is called magnetic shell. Next, strength of the shell. The magnetic moment per unit area of the surface of the shell is called strength of the shell, okay. In 1 unit area, how much this substance is magnetized, that is denoted by strength of the shell and with phi, okay. So for example, see, it is a shell, magnetic shell. So if you consider a small area, in this area how much it is magnetized, means how much it gains a magnetic property. So that is called strength of the shell, okay, strength of the shell. So it is not CEL, SHEL, SHELL, shell. And this is denoted by phi if m be the total magnetic moment and a be the area of the cross section of the shell, then phi is equals to what, m by a. Unit is ampere, phi unit is ampere. So that means it can act as a current of phi. Next, magnetic induction or magnetic flux density. So magnetic induction or magnetic flux density denoted by B, and it is defined as, see here how it is defined, the total number of lines of force per unit area due to both, okay. Suppose if you consider the unit area, it is one substance having the unit area, then number of lines per unit area is C, due to both means for what C. One is due to both the magnetizing field and induced magnetism in the substance, okay. in the substance is called magnetic induction or magnetic flux density. Suppose it is a material is taken having the unit area and a lines of forces. Suppose what I am doing, it is a beginning, it is not a magnetized substance. So let me keep it in the presence of magnetic field like this. Then what happens? This can be magnetized. When magnetic material is kept in between the two poles, then this material can be magnetized. But how it is? It's if you observe a one unit area, in the unit area, how the unit area is magnetized, you know. So one is because of applied field, and other one is because of inducement of this field. So means because of this field, it can gain its own magnetic field. Okay, it can gain its own magnetic field. So because these two things, by including these two things per unit area, that is called simply magnetic flux density. Okay, magnetic flux density is because of two things. One is magnetizing field, means applied field. Okay, so that is a H generally we call, and other is due to induced magnetism, means inside the substance dipoles present and they orient in one direction and they create magnetism, their own magnetism. So this magnetism plus external magnetic field per unit area is called B. Magnetic intensity or magnetizing force. What is a magnetic intensity or magnetizing force? The force experienced by a unit north pole placed at a point in the field is called magnetic intensity. Okay, force experience. So magnetic intensity or magnetizing force means it is simply, suppose it is a magnet, north pole, south pole. Around it up to certain region, what happens? It field exists. In this field, if you bring one north pole, then what happens? It may attract. If you keep this side, it may repel. So that means attraction or repulsion force is existing. Okay, so force experienced by unit north pole placed at a point in the field. So in this field I kept. So how much force is it is experiencing? That force is called magnetizing force or magnetic intensity. See, that is the magnetic intensity. This is magnetic intensity. It is intensity of magnetization. See, there is a difference. Generally, it is applied magnetic field. So, suppose if you keep two magnets like this, one is north pole and south pole, then field created. So, this field is generally called magnetizing force or magnetic intensity. And if you keep any point here, how much it is experiencing, and pole experiencing, that is simply magnetizing force. Okay, that is the definition according to, but it is applied field. Now, intensity of magnetization, see what? Magnetic moment per unit volume. Magnetic moment, M by V. Okay, magnetic moment per unit volume of the substance is called intensity of magnetization. Okay, so I can be written as M by V. Already I written I is equals to M by A is written. Where, sorry, yeah, not I, that is pi is equals to. See, pi is equals to what? It is M by A. But I is equals to what? M by V. Mass per, sorry, magnetic moment per unit volume, this is I. Per unit area, it is pi. I and pi. Here formula is not written. You must write formula as what? I is equals to M by V. Next, magnetic permeability. So magnetic permeability, what is a magnetic permeability? It is denoted by mu. It is denoted by mu. The ratio of magnetic induction to magnetic intensity is called as magnetic permeability. Okay, what is ratio of magnetic induction? Magnetic induction means B. Okay, 2 means division. Magnetic intensity means it is a H. Okay, intensity of magnetization means I. Magnetic intensity means H. So B by H is what? It is a mu. So according to definition. So see here, that is a given. Our next definition. The property of medium to allow magnetic lines of forces through medium is called magnetic permeability. Like this also we can define. Let B is magnetic induction and H is a magnetic intensity, then magnetic permeability is like this. Henry per meter its unit. For free space, instead of mu we write mu naught and its value is 4.10⁻⁻⁷. Relative permeability. What is the relative permeability? The ratio of permeability of the medium to the permeability of free space. So medium by free space, those are permeabilities, is relative permeability. Okay, ratio of permeability of medium by permeability of free space. Magnetic susceptibility. What is the magnetic susceptibility? Okay, see the formula is given. By using this formula you can define. Okay, chi is equals to I by H. The ratio of intensity of magnetization to magnetic intensity. Okay, magnetic intensity means H, intensity of magnetization means I by H is called magnetic susceptibility. Now relation between relative permeability and susceptibility. So for this, before that we have to calculate one more relation. The flux density B in a material due to magnetizing force may be, it is a B, okay, may be regarded as a sum of the flux density B naught in vacuum produced by the magnetizing force and a flux density Bm due to the magnetization of material. Thus B is equals to B naught plus Bm. What is the B naught is equals to Bm? See here, it is a north pole, it is a south pole. It is a definition of B only. Okay, south pole. If we keep one material which is belongs to the magnetic, now what happens? We have to, then what happens from N to S, what happens, and lines of forces like this creates. These lines of forces are traveling through the space and also through the medium. Free space, so that is why magnetic field in free space, that is a B naught, magnetic field because of this is Bm. Okay, here the magnetic field is because of both. So these two things is simply B. That is explanation. But B naught is equals to mu naught into H. Means already given that formula, B is M is equals to B by H. It is mu is equals to B by H. It is a mu naught. Then simply it is a B naught. So from this bring this side, B naught is equals to mu naught into H. Lines of force crossing unit area in a normal direction due to external field. It is okay. It is lines of force crossing unit area normally due to intensity of magnetization. Okay, so it is intensity of magnetization. It is a magnetic intensity. So that means it is external one. It is a internal one. And then substituting these two values in the equation, then we get this one. Okay, so this is the relation between BHI. From this equation, so to this equation just divide with H. So B by H and whole by H also, and separate that H. Okay, B by H, separate this H, this by this and this by H also. So here H cancel, what we get? We get mu naught. Okay, how you know? B by H is equals to, already it is separated, mu naught H by H plus mu naught I by H. Here this H cancel, what you get? Mu naught plus mu naught into I by H, we get like this. Okay, so this is, but we know already what we know. So from the definitions are there, B by H is a mu, I by H is a chi. Substituting this equation here, then what you get here? Mu naught as it is, mu naught as it is, this is what? Chi. So like this it is relation, and bring this mu naught this side, mu by mu naught can be written as mu r. So okay friends, don't forget watching this video till the end and encourage me.